Hi guys, welcome back to our channel. As you can see, I just wanted to do a makeup tutorial for you guys today. But as you guys can see, I already did my eyebrows. um what I used to line my eyebrows is my pencil. This is what I used basically to line my eyebrows to have the perfect shape. If you guys ever wonder why your eyebrows is not equal, so you just have to use one of your pencil line. And what I did was I just went and go ahead and line it up. As you guys can see, that's what I did, so that way I know where to fill it out, since my eyebrows is not on the right shape and I hate that. And before you draw your lines, just make sure that you go ahead and brush your eyebrows first. And what you need to do is you have to blend that in. This is the blender that I use for my eyebrows, and I just use my brows thing, and I have to go ahead and just dab it in. That's all I have to do, because I don't want too much on me. And you just have to go ahead and blend that in. As you guys can see, just start from the bottom and then just work your way up, and make sure that you don't have a boxes like draw up there. Like, you don't want that. Like, you want to have a natural looking eyebrows. So just go ahead and blend that in. Just follow the line, and it's okay if you mess it up. You can always go ahead and fix that up at the end. Okay, as you guys can see, that's how I usually do my eyebrows. And what you need to do is you need to bring that in, bring it out. You want to blend that out, and you don't want to like blend it in like that. You just want to blend it out, like it will look more natural. Okay. As you guys can see, that's how I usually do my eyebrows. That's how it looks like. Okay, after you do that, what I usually do is I go ahead and use my foundation. This is the foundation that I usually use for my eyebrows. You could use any foundation. And I also use this is like one of the other foundation that I got from Sephora. As you can see, you guys can find this brand there. Let me see. Okay, and this is like one of the tiniest. See, I love this little tiny brush right here. I usually use that and dip it in here. That's what I like to do most of the times. And you just go ahead and just line up under your eyebrows. You know, you don't want to do it all there, like, you know, you don't want that. And you just go ahead and put that in. Start from the bottom and just shape your eyebrows however you want it. And you know, any mistakes that you made, you can go ahead and use your foundation to fix it up, to shape it however you want it to, and it will come out pretty good. And make sure that you don't put too much at the top, because you want your eyebrows to look more natural and flawless. And if you want to have a shorter eyebrow or longer eyebrow, it's just up to you. But usually I have it long, and sometimes I like to have it short and natural. So what you have to do is just go ahead and blend that out, just like that. As you guys can see, blend it out. As you guys can see, that's how it looks like. And just make sure that you just start it from the top. Just blend that out as well, and make sure it's not too much at the top, because you don't want people noticing a box being drawn all over your eyebrows. As you can see, that's how my eyebrows usually look like. You guys can see, look at that. That's how it usually looks like. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and speed it up for you guys and get the other one done. Okay, as you guys can see, I just finished the eyebrows for you guys. Usually my eyebrows don't look identical twins, and that's fine. Usually if I want the perfect shape for my eyebrows, I just go ahead and get my eyebrows done at the mall and wax it out, so that way my eyebrows look exactly the same, and that's fine if your eyebrows is not identical twins. But what we're gonna do next is I'm gonna go ahead and do my shadow. And usually what I do is I just use the red one right here. This one my favorite. And if you want to use a brush, you could go ahead and use it, but usually what I do is I just put my hand in here. I just do that, like tap it out, and I just like tap it on my face, on my eyeballs, so that way it just gives you a better blender, you know. I don't like to put too much. I'm gonna just put less. I'm not the best of doing the makeup, but I do watch a lot of YouTube tutorials as well, and I just learn new things every day. As you can see, that's how I do my look most of the times, and you just have to go ahead and do it with the other one as well. I mean, if you want to have more on, you could go ahead and use it, but you don't have to be like me and use your hand. But you could go ahead and use a brush if you want, but I just like to use my hand because it just, you know, gives me a better look, natural. It's more easier. Just go ahead and tap that in, and sometimes I like to use my brush, so yeah. Alright, that's all you do. And after that, what I do is I go ahead and use one of my other brows. These are the ones that I got from Ison. I'm gonna go ahead and use what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and use one of the shadows from here, and I'm just gonna go ahead and blend it in with my eyeshadow. Okay, and the color that I'm gonna be using is the light brown one here. Alright, and we're just gonna go ahead and tap that in, and I just use that to blend it out from the outside and not the inner one, so we're just gonna go ahead and blend that in. And you just want to go back and forth with your eyebrow, with your brush. Just go back and forth, and then just blend it in. Okay, and this is one of the most brushes that I use most of the times to blend my eyebrows in. So yeah. My eyeshadows, I mean. Sorry about that, I keep messing it up. Okay, as you guys can see, I always like to have it lighter and not too much. And I'm gonna go ahead and do that to the second one. As you can see, I don't have too much eyeshadows on. I always have to have less shadows on. And next what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and use my liner for my eyes. If you ever wanna eye wing, you can just go ahead and start from the bottom of your eyes, however you want to shape it. Okay, usually I start from the bottom. It might not look exactly the same or perfect, but you could go ahead and draw that in. Alright, and that's how I like to do mine. That's how I usually draw mine. I'm gonna go ahead and speed this up for you guys. Okay, as you guys can see, this is the finished line of how I did my eyeliner. It doesn't have to be perfect, but you could just go ahead and draw however shape that you want it. And next I'm gonna go ahead and use one of my favorites, lashes that I always use all the time. As you guys can see, I already used 2, and I'm gonna go ahead and do that one for you guys and see how it looks. You just gotta put the glue in and make sure the lashes, and if your lashes is too long for you, all you have to do is you just have to go ahead and trim it in and make sure that it matches your eyeliner. Okay, as you guys can see, I already have one of my lashes on here. Like before you put on your lashes, make sure that you use a mascara first. You know, later on when you put on your lashes on, it will give you a better natural look. And make sure that when you have the glue on your lashes that you use one of, this is what I like to use, and I just place it right there, as you guys can see, like right here in the middle, and I just grab it on, and I just like to put it in right in my eyebrows. Alright, okay, as you guys can see, I already have the glue on right there, and then you just place your clipper right there and make sure that you put it right in the right shape that you wanted to put it on for your eyebrow, for your lashes. Why am I keep saying eyebrows? Oh my god, keep fucking it up. Okay, let's see here. Just go ahead and just make sure you don't poke yourself. I always do that sometimes, and that's fine. You can just go ahead and place that in just like that, and then you want to push it down a little so that way it looks more natural. And if it's perfect for y'all, as you guys can see, that's how I usually do. Okay. Now that we did the eyebrows, the lashes, what I like to do is I like to go ahead and just put Vaseline, just dab it right on my face. This usually just helps me protect my face from, you know, getting all raggedy and stuff like that. I like to protect my face. This is like a life hack, so you could guys go ahead and use it, but just make sure that you don't put too much on, and you just like dab it right in your face, so later when you put in the foundation it will look really smooth and not dry. Okay. And next what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and use my foundation, just use one of my brushes and then just dab it on one of my lighter color right there. This usually helps you protect any dark spots, areas that you have in your face. You're just gonna have to go ahead and put that in like that, and later on you just have to blend that in with any other foundation that you have. Alright, and later on you just have to blend that in. And what I like to do is I like to go ahead and mix one of my darker shade color. This is my color for my face. So I'm just gonna go ahead and dab some in on my brush. Just not a lot, just dab it in just to mix it up. You don't want to have too much foundation. So I'm gonna go ahead and blend that in for you and speed it up for you guys. As you guys can see, I already blended in. Next, what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna use my powder. I already placed some on here, if you guys can see, and I'm gonna go ahead and use the same brush that I used for my foundation. Just dip it in and put it right under my eyes. Okay, I already placed the powder on, and you just have to let it sit there for a couple seconds. And what you have to do is just use one of your brushes and just take all the dust off. That's all you have to do. I'm gonna go ahead and speed that up for you guys and show you guys the finished one. Okay, as you guys can see, this is how it looks like with the powder on. And next I'm gonna go ahead and put on my lipstick on. But before you put on, you have to go ahead and place Vaseline on your lips. You know, you don't want your lips to be cracking and all that stuff. So let's go ahead and put that on. Alright, as you guys can see, I already have my lipstick on, and this is just the finished look that how I usually do my everyday makeup. Please make sure you guys subscribe, comment, share down below if you guys have any questions, and I will be doing more makeup in this channel, and I will see you guys in my next video.